Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be an extended weekend reading, focusing on the energy surrounding us during the weekend of September 14th through the 16th. For the reading, I'm using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort, and I'll pull one additional card from the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. As I like to remind you, these readings are general in nature, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading will be to order a private reading from me. If you are interested, all of the information that you need to order a private reading can be found in the description box below this video. All right, so I think that's it as far as announcements go. So let's get started. I have shuffled off camera, but I'll give the deck a few more shuffles. So Spirit, what are the messages for the weekend of September 14th through the 16th? What do we need to know? What are the energies this weekend, September 14th through the 16th? What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us during the weekend of September 14th through the 16th? Okay. Do one last shuffle. And the card at the bottom of the deck is there. Okay. And let me go ahead and pull the Oracle card, and then I will show you the card. So Spirit, what additional message do you have for the weekend of the 14th through the 16th of September? Okay. Well, we had two come out here. We'll take those two, and I feel that I need to clarify this one card. So give me 1 second. I wasn't planning on clarifying, but I'll go ahead and use my Zilliq Tarot for the clarification. Spirit, please clarify what is this Four of Cups for this weekend reading. Please clarify the Four of Cups. What do we need to know? What is this Four of Cups? Please clarify the Four of Cups in this weekend reading. What do we need to know? Please clarify the Four of Cups. Please clarify the Four of Cups. What do we need to know about the Four of Cups? Please clarify the Four of Cups. What do we need to know about the Four of Cups for this weekend reading? Okay, we had a couple of cards. All right, so the way that I'm reading this, there we go. Okay, so we have in the past position as we head into the weekend, we have Major Arcana, Strength, followed by the Eight of Pentacles. In this deck, it's called Prudence. And the outbound card, which I did pull clarifiers on, is the Four of Cups. In this deck, it's called Luxury. But usually, the Four of Cups is a card that, it can speak of like boredom, of apathy. So that's why I did pull clarifiers, and I'll get to those in a second. And the card from the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for the weekend, Ace of Pentacles. And the two oracle cards that came out, we have Tsunami, which is called Wake Up Call. And we have Lotus Flower, Unfoldment. And it's interesting because on two of the cards, we do have this very large full moon, much like we see here on the tsunami card. And also on the lotus flower, we have, two lotus flowers in the reading. So unfoldment, growth that comes after a wake-up call. So let's go through the cards, and then I'll get to the clarifiers here. So beginning with the Strength card. The Strength, it's a major arcana, and so it's a very powerful energy to have as we head into the weekend. And it really does speak of, much like the card says, strength, but it's that inner strength, right? It's having the inner strength, having the inner determination and courage to do something, to face something, to get something done, to, complete that project. To just remain determined. You have your sights set on something in particular, and so it's keeping your eye on that particular goal and not allowing anything to, to sway you, to get you off of, that path. It's associated, it can be, or it is associated with the sign of Leo, and it, it can have to do with just letting go, also letting go of control. And by allowing yourself to let go of, trying to control a particular situation, you end up, overcoming fears, maybe discovering inner strength. So it does have to do with facing day-to-day problems. It can have to do with just being honest with yourself, right? Understanding your own strengths and weaknesses. But more than that, I think it's about overcoming, right? Overcoming obstacles and just keeping your eye on the prize. And that's really what I'm picking up more with this wake-up call, and then, the growth that comes after it. So there could be, you might have been dealing with, this could be a work situation where you have had to, just work very hard on something. And this deck, it does have quite a few symbols, right, that maybe we don't find on all of the strength cards, or, in all of the tarot decks. So you can see here, let me put it in a little closer. We have the, the wolf with the moon. So this represents creativity, strength to overcome obstacles to creativity. There's also a snake in the middle here, which speaks of, transformation. There's also a small flower on the card, which has to do with, the female energy. So the snake kind of represents the male energy, the transformation. Then we have the female energy, doing what your heart kind of tells you to do, and then having the inner courage, the strength to do that. So this could definitely be, a new project or something that you have been hoping for, and you've been working quite hard at it with the Eight of Pentacles after it. This card oftentimes is referred to as the Apprentice card. So it's the card of, working, being very diligent, perfecting your craft, whatever that means for you, right? This could have to do with taking some additional courses. If this, it might even mean going back to take some classes at college, or, at university. If you already have a degree, this could be going back to university to, to perfect your whatever it is that you do as as your job, your career. So going back and getting a master's degree, getting a doctorate degree. But it's a card of perfecting, and you can see that, she is working very hard here, right? With all of the vine, and then the flowers coming off of the vine, and it's called Prudence in this deck. And, it can have to do with of being very diligent, right? It can be learning, perfecting new skills that are going to enhance the ones that you already have. It can also have to do with just working very diligently toward whatever the end goal is. So again, this, working on a project, possibly just looking, the two full moons on either side of this Eight of Pentacles. And we have, it's not happening this weekend, we have the full moon coming up towards the end of the month. This could, sitting in the past position, this could have happened, or something could have started around the time of the previous full moon. And even though this is, it's a weekend reading, sometimes, the energies can, kind of spread out more. So this could even go through the next full moon, which is happening, on the 25th of the month, possibly. But, whatever it is there's a lot of hard work. This could have to do with you just working overtime even, or just working very hard on a project, being very diligent, having that strength, determination to get to, whatever to finish the project, to get the new job, the promotion. And then with the Four of Cups coming as the outbound energy, like I was saying when I first drew the card, it's a card that can have to do with feeling bored. You can see that the woman she's sitting on the lotus flower. She's holding 3 cups, kind of like, that she's not even interested in them really. And what she's missing out on is this one cup, this beautiful chalice that's, it's like the Ace of Cups, which is kind of falling from the sky here. Sorry for the sirens. There seem to be either police cars going by. I'm not sure what's happening. So she's, she could be missing out on something there, on this new opportunity. So, by having, or maybe by only focusing, on what she has right here, which she's no longer satisfied by, she could be missing out on this new thing. So new possibilities at hand. There could be, and this could be, with it being the Suit of Cups, it could be something that she feels very happy about, that could bring great joy, great fulfillment to her life if she would just allow herself to, to focus, to see, to be open to this new opportunity coming in. And we do have, the card from the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, is another card that speaks of new opportunities. Aces in the tarot they are blessings from the universe. It's sort of the universe extending this new opportunity, this new beginning. And with this being Pentacles, it could definitely be, a new financial opportunity, a new job opportunity. And it's, aces are also yes cards. If there's something you've been waiting for an answer, right? If you've been waiting to receive an answer on something, the Ace of Pentacles comes in to say, yes, now's the time. Right? If you've been waiting to do something or waiting for news about something, now this is, things are moving forward now. We have this brand new beginning. And it's, it's internal success, it's external success. It can have to do with, your wishes coming true, manifesting, really starting to see kind of tangible results with this Ace of Pentacles here. So going back to the Four of Cups, I wanted to sort of get more information about, well, why this boredom, after having the inner strength, after working very hard, maybe, going back to school, taking classes, doing the training, putting in all of the hard work, why this Four of Cups at the end? And we have the clarifiers. We have 4 of them actually, but the Seven of Wands, in this deck it's called Valor. And this is usually a card of, being sort of feeling defensive, needing to defend yourself. Sometimes it can be, defending your position, your point of view, standing your ground, within the workplace. This can be at times, coming up against people with conflicting ideas and needing to stay true to who you really are, right? Putting your foot down and saying, no, this is what I believe. So it's that, kind of, it's a card of conflict or of challenge, but it's about you standing your ground and standing up to or up for what you believe in. It's followed by the Eight of Wands, which is a card of, quick energy. So fast moving, progress, forward movement. It can have to do with news coming in quite quickly, news from afar. It can be text messages, emails, news about, could have to do with a job, a new creative endeavor, project. It could be a time-sensitive opportunity, something that you are asked to move on quite quickly. It's a card of change being in the air, of things progressing. And you can see that there's the rainbow, right? So suggesting that everything is, going to work out okay. Everything's going to be fine. So whatever this news is, it's very positive. And the other two cards suggest the same, right? We have the Two of Discs, which is the Two of Pentacles. In this card, in this deck, it's called Change. And the Four of Wands, which in this deck is called Completion. So, the Change card, or the Two of Discs, usually it's about juggling different areas of your life, juggling your finances. It also has to do with, being open, being willing to adapt, going with the flow, adapting to new situations, even new opportunities. And then the Four of Wands with completion, this can be completing a goal. This can have to do with your home, your family. The fours in the tarot, they're very solid, stable energy. So, whatever, and we have the Four of Cups here and then the Four of Wands. So whatever this, this eight, you've been working very diligently at something, new opportunities coming in. This Ace of Cups that she's been missing out on, this could be this Ace of Pentacles coming in, this new opportunity to do with a job, to do with, something that's going to bring greater financial prosperity. It's something that you might need to move on quite quickly. It might catch you off guard even. But it's bringing in more stability here with the Four of Wands, this completion card. You can be completing one chapter, right? Beginning a brand new one, beginning a new job here. And the same type of message is coming through with the tsunami, the wake-up call, and the lotus flower. I'll try to, as much as possible, sort of summarize the two cards, because I usually read the full meaning, but as we have two of them that came out, I mean, obviously the tsunami card, it's kind of what you would expect. Tsunamis come very quickly, right? They come almost sort of out of nowhere. They catch us off guard. So it's that type of very quick. And again, with this Eight of, the Eight of Wands over here, there could be news coming in very quickly that maybe catches you a little bit off guard. And the tsunami card says, I'm trying to find it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. And it's called Wake Up Call. And so it says, you're getting a wake-up call. It may be in the form of a significant loss or other dramatic event in your life, typically one that you were not prepared for initially. You may feel stunned at first, surprised by the unexpected events that are occurring, yet you also know that it is time to draw back the curtain of avoidance and denial and confront the truth that exists in the subtext of this event. You are experiencing a real-life drama, so there is no need to amplify it more than it already is. Often when you look back after something like this has passed, you can recall signs that have foreshadowed it happening. There may have been obvious clues that you ignored or omens that were so subtle they were easy to dismiss as imaginings of the mind rather than the voice of your instinct. There are many anecdotes about animals operating purely on instinct, picking up on clues and naturally seeking higher ground before an approaching tsunami reaches the land. To negotiate this wake-up call, listen closely to your instincts while at the same time seeking the higher ground of spiritual truth. And it's followed by the lotus flower, which is unfoldment. So this card says, lotus flower, here we go. It says, your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at times whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny. But even in that process, there are periods of darkness and times to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that truly cannot be coerced or halted. It is an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon oneself or others, for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants the light to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasional suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. And it's like there's there's light. You see this beautiful sunshine shining down on the lotus flower, and there's light after the dark. And it's like we have, it's like we have light after the dark here, and then we have the dark, and then we have the light immediately after it. So there is this, light, dark message here as well, and just needing to, maybe something does catch you off guard. Maybe, there's some news that comes in quite suddenly, which does maybe suggest that the strength card is that you have to have the inner strength as you're dealing with, this news. And it doesn't necessarily have to be bad news, right? It can be just something that catches you off guard, that forces you, to wake up, to have this wake-up call. But it's, and there's something coming through with, needing to pay attention, be aware, pay attention to something that maybe you've been missing. You might have been missing out on an opportunity. Don't allow yourself to miss out on an opportunity. Be open, be receptive, and, there's change coming in here. We have change, we have swiftness, so, quick change, possibly news coming in by text messages, emails, and then, this positive completion, the Four of Wands card, which is, sometimes it's referred to as like the happy home and family card. It's the, having a very stable, being able to provide for your family, having that home. Sometimes it can have to do with changing homes, moving homes, or, if this new opportunity with the Ace of Pentacles, this could bring the stability that you're looking for. It can bring greater stability into your home life, your family life. But there's some type of wake up call, and then this growth, this unfoldment, this growing, and it looks like, quite a significant weekend. So, and again, if this isn't all happening over the weekend, timing is obviously, malleable, but it could be happening over the next week. So there could be significant changes coming in and messages coming in sometime between now and the next full moon. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.